Israel's parliament, the Knesset, is debating the first major piece of the judicial overhaul plan of the Netanyahu government. Now, the very first of the bills of the contested judicial reforms has been taken up inside the House for debate and discussion. The final vote is to be held on Monday. The Benjamin Netanyahu-led government is set to win the vote as it sits in a comfortable majority in the single-chamber Knesset. And this is how people are reacting to the development. A sea of Israeli flags converged in Jerusalem on Saturday evening. Thousands of demonstrators entered their last leg of a 4-day march from Tel Aviv to Israel's parliament in Jerusalem. Thousands of protesters marched for over 70 kilometers and have set up camps in the city until Monday. Protesters say the overhaul will push Israel toward autocracy and allow the government to pass arbitrary orders. Monday's parliament vote will decide upon a measure that would prevent the Supreme Court from striking down government decisions for being what they call unreasonable.
I think if this law passes, it's just part of a bigger story of the judicial coup, and we're gonna be here to fight it step by step. We're not going home. We're not going anywhere. We're gonna be on the streets. We're gonna stay on the streets. We were here for half a year and we'll be here as long as it takes.
The planned judicial overhaul calls for sweeping changes aimed at curbing the powers of the judiciary, from limiting the Supreme Court's ability to challenge parliamentary decisions to changing the way judges are selected. All this as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is recuperating from a cardiac pacemaker implant surgery in hospital. Reports say Netanyahu is feeling great, according to his doctors, and is likely to be discharged soon.
I feel great, but I must listen to my doctors. Up until the past few minutes, I have been talking with my colleagues, making the necessary arrangements. I hope that an agreement will be reached. But in any case, the doctor said that I will be free tomorrow afternoon, discharged from the hospital, and will be able to go to the Knesset to vote. Thank you.
Meanwhile, over 100 former Israeli security leaders, including retired army chiefs, police commissioners, and heads of intelligence agencies, signed a letter to Prime Minister Netanyahu. The letter blames Netanyahu for compromising Israel's defense and urges to halt the legislation. Thousands of reservists who compose the backbone of Israel's armed forces have announced that they will not serve if the legislation passes. 7 straight months of the most sustained and intense demonstrations culminated in scenes like these. Now, for more on this, our correspondent Jody Cohen has sent us this report. Listen in.
Sunday's cabinet meeting has been delayed due to the Prime Minister's procedure, and Netanyahu is expected to be released from hospital on Sunday in time for the voting on the reasonableness bill, which is expected on Monday or Tuesday. Meanwhile, protests are continuing, with a big rally planned in Jerusalem on Sunday night by anti-overhaul protesters, as well as a rally planned in Tel Aviv by pro-overhaul protesters. A reminder that after 29 weeks of mass protests, many people still support judicial reform in some form. Before his procedure, Netanyahu released a video suggesting that he hopes an agreement with the opposition can be reached. If not, commentators expect the legislation to pass. This is Jody Cohen for WION World is One.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.